Vega. I wanted to get these guys in studio after being allowed to watch Brandon spar with Ken Porter's fighter Malik Mayhem, right? Yeah. Montgomery. And I just really liked what I saw from Brandon. And I figured it was time to introduce him to the community. Absolutely. 140 pounds too, right?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's a bit early, so we appreciate you. And obviously, you're the father, right?
Correct.
All right. So, Ricardo, thank you and welcome to the show. This is my co-host, Danny Alvarez. I'm sure you guys remember him from the gym.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, fellas? Thank you for coming, man. Happy Friday to you both.
Oh, man, my pleasure, man.
So talk to us, man. When did it all start for you, Ricardo? Obviously, you're the one that got your son into this. So why?
Oh, absolutely. It started way back when. It started with my older son actually. He wanted to do boxing, and this started way back in when we was going to Strong Style over there in Cleveland, pretty known boxing gym. Mm-hmm. And then my son Ace wanted to tag along with his big brother, seeing good things happening for him, at the time. And then from there on, we're just doing it here, man. Just kept going.
So born and raised in Cleveland?
Yes.
Ohio? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And have you gotten time to work out there in Cleveland ever, or did you make the transition over to Vegas quickly?
Yeah, no, I was born and raised out there in Cleveland. That's where I got most of my work at, and we moved out here last September.
Okay, so you just got about a couple months.
Couple months.
How's it been living in Vegas?
Oh, man, it's a blessing to be out here, man. Just great opportunities to be out here, getting the best work I could get. You know what I'm saying?
But you did get out here in September, so you ain't felt that heat yet.
Well, yeah, but I've been back and forth all last year, though. I officially made the transition to move out here in September.
Okay.
I was out here last summer, though. I felt that heat. That heat get real.
Yeah. Have you had the opportunity to run Mount Charleston?
No, I haven't did that yet.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that's like every boxer's thing.
Yeah.
What obviously I guess encouraged or influenced the move to Las Vegas? Could have did New York, could have did Los Angeles.
Right.
Why or what about Las Vegas was it?
Can you guys just try and speak more into the mic? Yeah, you got to get a little closer.
Well, I mean, Vegas is like the mecca of boxing. What it is, the mecca of boxing. So I felt like this is the best move for me to make. Come out here to Vegas.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Smart move, man. And how far along are you in your career?
Well, right now we getting ready for my pro debut, which should be hopefully by April. We haven't had nothing set in stone yet, but by April in D.C., that's what.
Oh, you're going back to Washington?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, yeah, D.C.
Yeah,
Washington, D.C. Okay. I'm thinking DMV right away,
No, it is the DMV, though, D.C., DMV.
Oh, so you going down to, like, the Maryland area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I'm thinking Washington State over here, like Seattle and all that, no?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
D.C. is only known for Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the capital.
That's
where
in
the
DC,
White House
bro.
is.
Yeah.
All right.
On the East Coast.
And I'm talking about Seattle, Washington.
Why are you talking about that? He
said Washington.
He said D.C. You said Washington.
Yo, it's early in the morning, man. It's early in the morning, man.
It's too early.
The point is he could fight. I watched him spar. The man could fight. Nothing else matters but that, man.
Yo, some good ass sparring.
Yes.
We saw. Obviously, you giving some problems. Sparring is sparring.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're bigger than him. You're bigger than him. But so I'm not. It's not like I was impressed that you were getting off because you should. You're bigger, but it's the way that you fight. You seem like you're intelligent in the ring. You're a thinker. You weren't wasting punches. You didn't get tired. I didn't see you over breathing. You just look very focused. And I was like, wow. And now I found out you haven't even had a pro debut. So that's very impressive, man.
Yeah, man. Yep. Just working, getting the best work. I can't get out here, so just sparring a lot of professionals out here, just helping me with my experience out here. So
have you been able to get a work with any notable names, any names that maybe the fans have heard of before?
I've been getting a lot of work out here with really like the Vargases. I've been out here sparring with the Vargases. Okay. I had the opportunity to share the ring with Kevin Johnson out of the
Which Vargas? Which Vargas? Because Emiliano thinks he's like the best.
Emiliano's good. I had but I was working with Amato.
Okay. Yeah. That's the one with the tattoo on his neck.
Yeah. I think
I think they both got tattoos on the neck. The two older ones do.
I mean, well, he's got like
the curly hair.
Yeah, the curly hair.
Oh yeah,
the curly hair. So obviously, since you're not pro yet, tell us about your amateur background, man. How many amateur fights? How far along did you get?
Well, yeah, I'm a multiple national champion. I had about over 130 fights. Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So you've been in with a lot of names then.
Yeah, definitely. I grew up with a lot of those guys too. Shakur, Devin Haney's, Teofimo Lopez. Like I grew up in that same era, fighting in the same tournament with those guys.
Oh, so you've watched them as amateurs and now you're seeing them as professionals.
Yeah, seeing them doing their thing, it just inspiring and motivation.
I figure, man, makes you hungry, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Does it like play in your mind like, man, they did it, I can do it?
Absolutely.
I'm sure. So, have you ever faced any of those guys in the tournaments?
No, I never.
Okay.
It was always like a different division, different weight class type stuff. But yeah.
Talk to us about the relationship, obviously being from Cleveland, with the Porters, and you know, I know obviously getting some work with Ken Porter's fighters and stuff like that. Must
have got some sparring with Sean?
No, I haven't got a chance to get some sparring with Sean. No.
Damn, it's over now.
We was trying to get that in when we first got out here, but it wasn't going, and he was getting ready for the Crawford fight. So.
Yeah, I mean, from according to last week's telecast, he's eating like strawberries and snacks every night, so it's over.
The cookies and whatnot, yeah. But how, you know, obviously them being from out there as well, but how did that relationship develop, and how much have they been able to kind of help, you know, whether it be with sparring, whether it be, you know, with any advice, anything like that?
Well, it's really just been all like new. Like I met Kenny Porter like 2 weeks ago.
What?
Yeah.
That was
the
crazy.
First time the day you showed up, that was like our second day being there with
Oh,
him.
wow. I thought automatically that the relationship might have been developed like you, like back home.
Yeah, that's the same thing I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So how'd you meet?
We met at Bones Gym. I was actually getting some sparring work up there. My guy Devin Haney was up there too, and we just happened to bump into each other. My father had a Cleveland Browns shirt on, and then we just clicked from there.
Oh, so you were sparring Devin?
No, Devin wasn't sparring that day. I was sparring. Devin was up there training. It was his first day back since his last fight. But I was up there sparring at Bones.
With who?
With who was it?
Dante. I just know him by his first name. Dante. He was some pretty good guy. Man.
It's a lot of
pretty good pro.
A lot of top amateur fighters come out of Ohio, and I feel like they don't get. I mean, we've seen countless. We was talking about it that day in the gym. You know, the countless number of fighters coming out of Ohio. How difficult has the journey been for you? Obviously, you're looking to make that pro debut, but you know, we do see a lot of fighters get caught up in other things. Maybe get a little too eager, try to rush things a little too much. You know, talk to us about how this journey's been for you, especially saying, you know, how you came up with all these guys who are having a lot of success now. Yeah. You know, what's the journey been like for you to remain patient and, you know, understand your journey?
No, yeah, absolutely. Ohio, we just breed dogs out there in Ohio. It's like, you're right about that. Like, Ohio definitely, you know, they say Ohio runs boxing, so just growing up out there, growing up with all the Montana Loves, Tiger Johnson, Charles Conwell, just getting sparring work with them growing up, it's like, man, it's just a great opportunity.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Got a deep ass voice, huh? Is it me or what?
Yeah. That morning voice.
Yeah, right.
Sheesh. So who you guys signed with? Any managers, promoters?
That's what we're relying on, man. Hoping to get somebody to.
So nothing at all.
Nobody.
I sat down with a few, but right now we just probably gonna go the independent route until
somebody.
So wait. How many nationals you got?
I'm a multiple national.
How many national wins you got?
Shit, I could count all the tournaments. The Golden Gloves, Silver Gloves, Pals.
Cause that's crazy. Usually a kid with nationals gets picked up. So managers reached out?
Here's the problem: is that all these. From what I'm looking at and understanding, all these nationals was when he was a little younger. So to me, they look like that doesn't really count until he's a little older.
What weight were those nationals?
I was probably like the oldest I was up to 17 years old. See, my story is I stopped fighting for 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so that.
Why'd you take time off?
Just being back home in Cleveland, Ohio, man, just getting caught up in a lot of stuff back there that I wasn't supposed to. So just. Yeah, so them 4 years kind of like hurt me a little bit. So
and that was at what age?
I was about 17, 18 years old, all the way up to I was 22.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's kind of what's slowing me
So
down.
what got you refocused?
Really just like shit. This is what I was born to do. You know what I'm saying? My guys back home, Tiger Johnson, Charles Conwell, you know, those guys doing their thing just helped motivated me to, you know what I'm saying, get back in the gym, and this is what I was supposed to be doing.
So now what, you feel like you guys just have to show and prove?
Play the catch-up game. Got a lot of catching up to do.
So who's putting them on the card? What's the name? Who's promoting this card in DC?
Mickey Bay.
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Is it his brother or is it Mickey?
Well, they're in it together.
Bay Promotions.
His Bay Brothers promotion. So yeah, Mickey and Cortez.
Shout out Mickey Bay too. That's my guy too.
Nah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's our guy. He was in the studio not too long ago.
He was just here with him.
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, shout out Mickey Bay. Shout out Cortez as well.
yeah.
Doing their thing.
I actually commentated Darren Cunningham and Truck Simpson's last card in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, that was their first, the Mickey and Cortez Bay, that was their first card that they threw together in Atlanta. That was what, August?
I believe so.
Yeah, I want to say it was August.
It was a good fight too.
It was a good show.
And a good show. A lot of, I didn't expect that level of Patreon. I said that before. Like, it was really, they brought in some quality people.
No, for sure, for sure. Yeah. That was very entertaining.
So the date is official?
Yeah.
Okay, and what date is that?
Well, it's not set in stone, but he told me last time I spoke to them early April.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you get anything sooner from in there, I'm ready.
But no opponent as of yet.
No. But I'm ready to fight now. So anything earlier than that, I'm ready to fight. I'm on weight. I'm ready to fight.
Does that make it difficult not having an opponent?
Kind of, because you like to study who you're gonna fight. Sometimes that's how I like to work. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, the amateurs really isn't like that too much, right? Because it's like you fighting every day at tournaments. Or at,
You don't know who you
don't know who you're gonna fight sometimes.
But this is where it really counts, though. You want to
Yeah,
make
for
a
sure,
good
for
impression. You know, amateur, you just, to me, it's more like a learning.
For sure.
So how old are you? I'm sorry. How old are you, Ricardo?
I'm 47, by the way.
47, 47. Okay, you got to get on that journey, man.
Yeah,
We was just
sorry.
talking about David Benavidez' father, Jose Sr. He's 46 and already has, 2 world champions. Obviously, both his sons became champions.
And that's why I'm on him right now. You know, this is it, man. We got to do it.
Yeah.
How much or how little influence did you have in your son getting back into boxing? Like, I'm sure you must have had those conversations with him, like, yo, what are you doing? Get your head straight.
Plenty of times where me and him just go at it, because he every time we watch fight shows, he would never like to come over, because I'd be like, see, that could have been you right there. This is your you letting these guys take your shine, man. Come on, let's get on the ball. So he would stop coming to the fights to watch them because of that, But then eventually he woke up, and then now we're like seeing eye to eye, and this is where we at, man. We're trying to make it happen.
What exactly? I know you were saying you was getting caught up in the streets of Cleveland. I'm from Chicago, bro. I get it. You get what I'm saying?
Sure. Midwest, shout out Midwest.
Shout out the Midwest for sure. I'm in Ohio a lot. Bro, it seems like every boxer from Ohio is just, a stand-up 100 dude. But, I've heard the stories from them. Unfortunately, we sending our prayers out to Robert Easter.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, man.
He just got, somebody tried to rob him, a very unfortunate situation. It seems to happen a lot. What was it for you, and what was it that got your head back, like, okay, cool, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, this is what I'm gonna do?
To be honest, just being around the right people, man. Just, what I'm saying, not who I used to grow up with, just being around the right people that was getting in my head and motivating me to come out here to Vegas. I didn't have those friends that was trying to held me back. No, they was like, no, go out there, and that's what you got to do, is make that move to Vegas. So I'm glad I did, because, Ohio is rough right now.
Absolutely. What was it like, after the layoff? Like, did you stay active during that time? Like, even if it wasn't boxing, were you still like an active guy?
It's crazy. I wasn't. I just was done with boxing. I was doing it so early, so much, that I kind of was like burnt out. I was just like, no, I didn't even want to be in the gym, to be honest. So it was like, no, I wasn't even in the gym.
So what was it like? I'm sure your body must have almost been in shock trying to get back into the rhythm of things after so many years off. What was that comeback like?
What was it like riding a bike, though?
To be honest, I just put in hard work. Like, soon as I got back in the gym, first day, just hard work, just nonstop, 3 days in the gym, just cold turkey my old life, and I was just like, I'm fully sacrifice and dedicate to this, and you know what I'm saying, the progress has just been great.
That's what's up.
So since the comeback, you know, do you think you'd be sitting here right now, you know, telling us pro debut in April? Like when you made the comeback, obviously going full with it, going, you know, the pro route was the goal. Did you imagine it happening kind of quick?
To be honest, nope. I couldn't even call it, to be honest. But I knew it was gonna happen. I was just putting in the hard work, and my talent speaks for itself. So with that right there, is just a recipe for greatness. So
well, this question is for both of you. I'm gonna let you answer, then your father.
okay.
Obviously looking to make your pro debut in April. So the fans don't know you, right? We know you from the sparring we saw. But if you could best describe your fighting style, maybe using attributes from different fighters, who would you say you kind of emulate a little bit?
Okay, well, I'm going to just name my top 5 favorite fighters right now, and maybe that could help kind of describe me too. My 5 favorite fighters is Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Andre Ward, Canelo Alvarez, and Roy Jones Jr. They're my favorite
Those
fighters.
are some good
Yeah,
names.
I mean, those some of the 5. So what is it? So, well, go ahead, Pops. I'll let you answer. Obviously,
It's the same thing what he said. I mean, those are great fighters. You know, he has a good style that he likes to hit and not get hit, and I guess that's the purpose of boxing, right? Hit and not get hit. And he has a very tremendous, a little bit of each one of those guys. You know what I mean? You know, so I'm just excited. I want the world to see this guy already, man. You know, it's like, man, it's crazy.
what do you feel sets your son apart from, you know, 100 from the other 140 pounders looking to make their pro debut?
Well, one is looks, man. He's a pretty boy, bro. You know what I'm saying? That stands out a lot. But yeah, he's just a star. I don't know how to say it, man. He's got this phenomenal jab that everybody's like, you know, that stands out. It's like not everybody has a good jab nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's just, I don't know, his defense, his style, everything about him is really, really, really to look for.
Yeah, he had me excited. I was interested. You know, you look very poised, you know, especially, again, now learning you didn't have any fights. You were very poised. Your defense was good. And like your father said, the jab, you know, so I was impressed for sure. And I've seen a lot of people spar.
Yes, sir.
Nah, definitely. It was just fun. You know, for me, I've seen plenty of sparring in all types of gyms with all types of fighters. And usually, you know, the fighters in hand, they'll be, you know, it'll be a bit of a mismatch almost. And, you know, that wasn't the case at all.
Yes, sir.
And I was looking, I'm like, wow. I was like, yo, who the fuck is this kid? For sure.
For sure.
So now, you know, I'd ask you, what do you think sets yourself apart from, you know, other cats?
To be honest, mental. None really boxing wise. That stands out too, but we're just mentally. I know how to lock in. I know how to not get distracted. I know how to sacrifice. It's just, you know, all mental game. My mental is crazy. I know how to get in the ring, not fall into no bullshit. You can't trick me out. My position, all the trash talk. You know what I'm saying? Just all the little stuff that goes along with it that people don't see. I'm ready for that.
It's funny you say that. We just had Andre Berto here last week, right? Last week. He was sitting right there, and he was telling us about his first fight with Victor Ortiz and how he didn't want that fight. And he didn't train, and he was like, yo, I'm making my ring walk, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I had no real training. He was like, that's the only time I've ever been nervous for a fight, because I knew I didn't do what I should have did in the gym. And he went on to tell us, he was like, you know, in a fight, 90% of it is mental.
Yes, sir.
He's like, people don't understand that. He's like, 90% of it is mental. He's like, you know, you make your ring walk, you may have celebrities ringside, you may have promoters ringside. He's like, all that shit affects you. He's like, we're human beings. We go through things in real life as well. And, you know, it's 90% mental. So obviously, if it is, you know, the way you say it is, obviously that would help you, you know, and benefit you in your career and your journey. What are you most excited about making your pro debut? I mean, obviously, I feel like often at the end of a career, it may not seem like this, but, you know, that's the biggest fight of your life, right?
Yes, sir. Yep. I'm just ready to showcase my talents, man, and put the word on display of who I really am, man. You what I'm saying? Just go out there and give the boxing world what they want, what they've been missing.
What is it that you're looking to gain out of boxing?
To be honest, man, I want to be the greatest. If I ain't gonna be one of the greatest, then I don't even want to do this. To be honest, I'm putting in the hard work. I'm doing what I got to do. I want to be one of the greatest.
I'm gonna throw a couple names out there. Obviously, you're just gonna make your pro debut, but I just want your thoughts. I just want your thoughts on a couple fighters. Okay. If I could, Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor. Oh yeah, I'll be definitely looking forward to be fighting him in the future. But I like Josh Taylor though. Yeah, I like him. What do
you think it is about him? Obviously, you know they did the World Boxing Super Series. He ran through the tournament. Goes on to become undisputed. You know, one of only 6 men to become undisputed. What do you think about him sets him apart from, you know, obviously to become that top guy at 140 pounds?
To be honest, probably just the hard work he's been putting in. Hard work, it's gonna take you far. You got to put in that hard work first of all.
Hard work and talent, man. You're gonna be the top. Hard work and talent. I like his style of fighting, man. I think he's a good boxer.
Brandon, what's your social media?
Instagram, Ace Vega with a 7 at the end. Yes, sir.
That is Ace Vega 7.
Yes, sir.
Now, why'd you choose Ace Vega 7 and not Brandon Ace Vega?
Well, Ace been my name since growing up. It just stuck with me. It's been my boxing name. And Vega is my last name. And 7, I was born March 7. 7 is my favorite number. It's a lucky number, you know. So yeah, it's a story behind it for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Definitely need to tell that story more because people need to be able to find you, and they'll be searching for your first and last name, so it'll make it a little more difficult for them. And obviously in this game, as you can see with Ryan Garcia,
right,
followers means negotiation power. So, you know, I try to always tell guys, if you have your account private, definitely take it off of private and, you know, push yourself as much as possible because you'll see when the time comes how much those followers, how important they are to these promoters, man, and these managers. It means something to them.
And not just that, too, but we had Emiliano Vargas in here the other day. I was telling him, I'm like, man, you speak, his speaking, just like yourself, was surprising in the sense that, bro, we interview fighters for a living, right?
Right.
I can't tell you how many world champions, bro. Oh my God, it's like it's like pulling teeth, you know.
Pulling teeth trying to get an interview with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
man.
Ricardo, you got any social media?
Yeah. And Instagram, Coach
They
Vega,
probably punch drunk or
503.
something.
Coach Vega?
503.
You know, talk to us. I saw. What was it? It was it the Porter Crawford fight that Tiger Johnson fought?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Man, I saw you in his locker room, bro.
I was there the whole night.
Talk to us about that. Talk to us about not just your relationship with Tiger, but obviously how much.
Isn't he with James Prince?
No. Tiger's with Split T, David McWaters, and
David McWaters.
Yeah.
You know, obviously seeing him go to the Olympics. I see you guys have a pretty close relationship. I'll see him comment on your posts. Yeah,
you know, that's family right there, man. I was kind of with him that whole journey, just training with him, and got to see the process of all that, man. It's just motivation. I'm actually heading down to LA tomorrow to be in this training camp with him. He's helping out Virgil Ortiz out there in LA. So I'll be leaving out there tomorrow for a few weeks to be out there getting some work.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Nice. So you're gonna be sparring with Tiger or with Virgil?
Tiger, and then hopefully, you know, get that work with Virgil too.
Right there.
Now,
right,
when
40,
you say
47?
hopefully, does that mean that you're gonna ask Virgil, or you're gonna hope that they ask you, or you're gonna send your dad to see, like, yo, can we get some work? Like,
right. To be honest, shit, just however it goes, I'll definitely ask him to get some work for sure.
For sure.
But I'm pretty sure once they see you spar with other guys, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I kind of want that work."
Right.
You know, you bring that mentality out of them. You know, boxing him is just not in their boxing. You got to really think with him because he makes you think. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. Ace, gotta ask you, bro. Out of these young fighters, right? We kind of seeing like the new generation, the Teofimos of the world, the Devin Haney's of the world, the Ryan Garcias of the world, the Virgil Ortiz of the world, the Shakur Stevensons of the world. Who do you feel like stands out the most to you?
Me. But
let's go.
Right.
Besides for me, Shakur. Shakur, that's my guy. I also like B-Hop, man. I think people sleeping on B-Hop.
Lil B-Hop. Okay, Chris Colbert.
Prime time. Yeah, that's my guy too. So, yeah, man. Shakur got it too.
You brought it up, man. How do you think that fight plays out? You know, those two had a little back and forth on my show.
They've been having it back and forth
crazy.
with the amateurs too. I remember they used to have face-offs in the amateurs, and when we was up in Reno, they've been having they little, So shit, man, I just can't wait to see that fight happen. It's got to happen. I feel like.
Signed, sealed, delivered yesterday. Shakur, Oscar Valdez. Contracts are signed. Official announcement coming soon. What do you think of that fight, man? That's a fight Shakur has been wanting since he was at 26. He was Valdez's mandatory. Didn't happen. Now we get to see it happen for a unification at 30. Just your thoughts on that fight, bro.
Oh, man, that's going to be a great fight. Yeah, I got Shakur pulling it, though. Just outboxing him. But the experience that Valdez got, too, it's not going to be an easy fight. It's not going to be walking in the park, obviously. It's going to be a great fight for the fans. The fans definitely win that fight, either whoever wins that fight. It's going to be a great fight.
We get to see, you brought up Chris Colbert. We get to see Chris Colbert here in Las Vegas here in a few weeks.
Opponent got switched, man. Hopefully he gets someone nice. He caught COVID. Gutierrez.
Terrible.
Yeah, he caught COVID. I know for a lot of these fights, they'll have fighters on standby, which was crazy. We had Luke Santamaria, who was on the Keith Thurman undercard, and he was like, yo, this is my third fight that they tell me prepare to be a replacement. Mm-hmm. And he's like, the last 2 times they didn't need me, so I just prepared for a potential fight. This time got the call and comes out with the victory. Are you the type of fighter that stays in the gym, the whole, what's the saying, stay ready so I don't have to get ready?
Right.
Is that your mindset?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Got to be right now, especially as early in my career. I'm not being picky. I'm just trying to get in there and get in fight.
So I want to ask, and don't think that I'm ignoring you guys. I'm just sharing that you guys are on the show and on all forms of our social media. But I want to ask, did you guys leave a mom back in? Because I know I just left San Diego with Jose Benavidez Sr. Mm-hmm. He's training his son in the Fight Stars Mansion out there in San Diego, and he gave me his story. He had to leave one son, take one son to California for like 2 years to get him developed. So I know fighter, trainer, father-son relationship. There's a lot of sacrifice. Right. So I wanted to ask you, Ricardo, did you guys make this move alone? Are you separated from the mom, or is she back home hoping that everything works out?
Yeah, I absolutely left everything back home. I left my mom, I left my wife, I left my grandkids, my other 2 sons. My job, I have my own truck business and everything. So everything is way back there just to get where we need to be, where we should have been a long time ago.
Wow.
Just catch
Yes, sir.
Is that a lot of pressure on you, knowing that your dad just picked up and he's trying to help you succeed in your dreams?
No pressure at all, man. I know it's gonna happen for sure. It's just a matter of time, but no pressure at all.
So being with like Tiger Johnson and Shakur, I mean, no meetings with the James Princes of the world or the David, like you said, David McWaters. What about my man Tim Van Nieuwhouse?
I got a chance to sit down with David McWaters. I like David McWaters. Yeah, man, it's just kind of like almost like a bidding war with a lot of guys. I'm trying to but I still got to. I want to go.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a good thing if they're at least bidding on you, or
definitely,
and showing interest. And it's not a thing that there isn't any interest yet. So that's a good thing.
Definitely, absolutely.
All right.
How are you guys able? Because I mean, we see it all the time, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But how are you guys able to separate the father son to the fighter trainer, or do you even separate it?
Oh man, I mean, we try. Sometimes when we're in the gym, he knows that I'm his coach. But the father could step in sometimes as well. You know what I mean? And then, we try to get that good father and son chemistry. It's never perfect, but,
It never is. Right. It never is. What about, from your point of view, Ace, obviously, it's a little different. You're the one, getting punched. How are you able to or do you even separate right now, that's my dad, but he's my trainer right now, or how does it work for you?
Really just having faith and putting my trust in him, knowing that he's knowing what he's doing, knowing what he's talking about. And it's my father, so I know he's going to have the most trust, and he's going to want the best for me.
Pops, I got to ask, what got you into boxing? Obviously, you're the one bringing your son up. You're the one that has made the sacrifices, like you said, leaving everything behind. What got you into boxing? How long you been in the game?
Well, the funny story is I never really boxed in my life. I was always like back in Cleveland, raised in the streets, getting my work in the streets.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's the way I went. I always wanted to be a boxer, but never had my dad pushed me to become a boxer. And then when I saw my older son getting into the same thing I was falling into, the streets and fighting at school and all that stuff, and he had pretty good talent, I was like, no, we're gonna start. You want to punch somebody? You're gonna train you to get paid to punch somebody.
Right.
So then that's how it started, and then with him.
My story kind of like Andre Ward's. I was watching Andre Ward. I started off doing karate when I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
I seen Andre Ward. His dad had him in karate too, but it ain't work out though. And boxing was meant for us.
Yeah, yo, I did karate for like 2 weeks, right? And I remember they was making us do like these stretches and shit, and I had like these tight ass Adidas pants on, and it split. Yo, and I was a shorty, so I wore what my mama bought me, right? So I had like tighty whities on. I was like Oscar in his birthday shoe with the tighty whities.
That was it for you, huh?
Bro, I was done. I said, fuck this, I'm done. Yo, what'd you make the switch though from karate over to boxing? Was it seeing like your brother?
Yeah, just him being in the gym and just karate. I wasn't actually good in karate. I ain't like it.
Right.
So it was just like, man, I gotta be in the boxing gym punching people, and you know what I'm saying.
Right, I was kind of iffy about putting it in boxing. I'm sorry to have to say the story, but he saw his big brother, and then he was like, "Dad, I want to join boxing." I was like, "Dude, you can't even throw a karate punch. What the hell you want to do in boxing?" It was a karate I used to always make fun of him. His brother used to make fun, but he's like, "Just let him come. He keeps me company." So then I let him go, and then look where he's at, man. He's you never underestimate nobody. I guess ever since then, I was like, nah, he's the man.
Well, man, I want to thank you guys, obviously, for stopping in. We do appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to introduce you to our audience. As things get closer to your April fight and you get more information, ticket sales, things like that, we'll get you back on.
Absolutely.
Come through. And definitely going to reach out to Cortez Bay as well, have him come through.
Absolutely.
And, put some shine on the card. But we appreciate you. If you can, give out your social media once again for anybody who hasn't been following, you can do so. And, man, we're going to continue to follow your career, brother.
All right, yes, sir. Brandon Ace Vega. My Instagram will be Ace Vega with a 7.
My name is Ricardo Vega. Instagram, Coach Vega 503.
Awesome.
All right, we're going to take a quick interview.
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.